Hello babies, welcome back to Beauty with Ty, and today's video is going to be on these coffin shape all acrylic nails. It looks so good. I am so pleased with the outcome. Just look at that. I'm loving that gold glitter with that French ombre slash baby boomer nails that I have going on. So let's get started. So first, these are my nails. I did go ahead and lay out all of my sizes so I could put them on nice and easy, and voila. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut them down. All I do is cut off the top and then I just file the rest to get that coffin shape, because I find when I cut the sides, I cut too much or it end up looking more stiletto or ballerina-ish. So I did want to keep that coffin shape. And here I'm just adding my dehydrator to my actual nails, and then I'm going ahead and adding my primer, and they are both by Beauty Secrets. I'll leave all the links down below, and this is my nail liquid as well as my pink acrylic that I'm using for the bottom as well as the whole nails that are all pink. And that acrylic as well as the nail liquid is by Mia Secret. I ordered that off Amazon. Leave that link down below as well. So I have a really small brush. I got this brush from Sally's. It is, I believe, Beauty Secret number 8. I'll leave it down below, but it's a small brush. I'm able to work with that easier. So yeah, I just go ahead and take the acrylic and keep building it up. I'm working on doing bigger beads, which means with the size that you pick up from the acrylic. I'm trying to do bigger ones, but it's kind of hard when my brush is small, and then I've like taught myself how to use smaller beads, which is more time consuming. So if you are first starting out, try to practice using bigger beads so that it won't take you as long and as many steps. So here I did my pinky and my pointy finger, a solid pink color. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, and I try to get as close to my cuticle as I can without actually touching it, so there won't be any lifting. And I try to make sure I wipe off my brush before I go back into my nail liquid every time. But you will see sometimes I kind of messed up and I dipped it before wiping it off. But here I'm going to go ahead and take this bright white nail acrylic, and this is by Beauty Secrets. I got that from Sally's, and I'm starting at the tip of my nail to get that white ombre look. And here again, I'm using smaller and thinner sections, which really the ideal thing to do is use bigger beads so that you can get it on there a little thicker. But this is what works for me to do it thinner and kind of in layers. It was easier coming from someone that just started doing their nails this year. This is probably maybe like my 5th time doing a full set on my nails. I just take my time. It takes me probably like 3 hours to do my nails though, and plus I hand file them. But now I'm just adding that pink, that same pink, and I'm just adding that to the bottom and barely and ever so lightly swiping it up to the top. That's why I had to keep going back and forth, because I was doing my layers really thin, which is fine because you want a thin layer, and then you can go on top and add your clear coat to cap it all off. So I literally went back and forth with both of these until I was satisfied. So here you see I'm adding more white because it wasn't white enough for me, and it wasn't how I pictured it to be. So I just kept going over until I got it right. Now again, I'm using very thin layers because I didn't want my nails to be too thick or too much to file. So now I'm all done, and I'm going to go ahead and add some clear, which is really not clear. It's called pink, but it shows up with like a slight pink tip. And again, this is by this one is by Beauty Secret from Sally's. So I'm just taking some of that, and as you can see, it's very sheer pink, almost clear. But I like to use that color to cap it off with. Makes it look 10 times better. So yeah, this is my first time doing the baby boomer slash French ombre. And I really, really like it. I want to do all my nails like this. It looks so good. And then I changed my mind. I decided to add some glitter. So I'm using this glitter acrylic. And then I said, oh no, I'm not going to use my regular brush and have glitter all in it. So I got a different brush. This one came out of like a Kiss nail kit that I had that I don't use. That was horrible. Don't buy the Kiss nail kit. You might as well just go to Sally's and spend that $16 to get the beginner kit. So that's what I did here, and I was trying to do like an ombre, but it was making me mad, so I just end up eventually doing the whole nail. And here I'm just filing all of my nails. Again, I told you I don't use a regular file. I just use a hand file and just file all of them, top, bottom, and sides. Then I take this pink buffer and I just buff all of them to make sure they're smooth. And then I'm taking this top coat, which is horrible, super dry top coat. I just had it laying around because I can't find my other top coat. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that top coat to my nails. And that glitter nail, I did cap that off as well with that same pink acrylic, which you really can't even tell because it's so sheer. So I'm just, again, and then now I'm adding some cuticle oil to all of my nails. Because when you add that cuticle oil, honey, them nails be popping. Look at that. See, this is how I was looking at first with like an ombre glitter nail. So you can kind of get the idea if you would like to do it like that. But then I switched it up and just did the whole nail, that glitter look. It looks so good and beautiful. Girls, save you some money and do your own nails. Practice makes perfect. And you got this. Alright, you guys, let me know if you'd like to see more nail videos and what kind. I'll definitely get those out to you. Thanks for watching Beauty with Ty. Bye. Mwah.